Hello my creative friends on the internet, how you all doing? Okay, happy new year to you guys. Happy new year, happy new year. It's been a while I showed up on the space. Okay, so so much apologies for the delay and the lack of consistency, so I'm really sorry for that. But this time around I'm just trying to arrange some few things, and I'll be back with you guys. So I just want to, I just decided to bring this one up. So basically this video, today's tutorial is about how you can create a QR code in Flutter, like you want to generate your own QR code, and also how to scan a QR code and get the data, that's in that QR code. Those are the things I'm going to be showing you. The reason why I brought out this video is more like to brush up what is coming up afterward, because the video I want to bring up after this one is more like a full course, a playlist where we'll be building an application. So I would like to call that a mini startup. Yeah, is there anything like mini startup? Okay, I would like to call that a startup. And I decided I've already made up some plans, okay, of how it's going to be like. So I'll be using AWS for that one, AWS Amplify. So you guys will be learning AWS Amplify with me on that, because I'm still learning AWS Amplify. So I just want to utilize my knowledge and teach you guys and also learn in the process. So we'll be using this app that I want to build now. We are still going to be using the same concept, okay, to build the startup, okay, let's put it that way, that I'm talking about. So after this video I'll be working on that one. I'm going to release it as a playlist, okay, so you all are going to see how to build an app from scratch using Flutter and AWS Amplify. Yeah, so just stay tuned and do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already, because I'll be dishing out amazing content after this one. I just want to use this one as more like to water the ground, you understand? So when I bring the other one in, you guys will be able to get every concept, because I'm still going to use this Qr code, to work on the other app that I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's start. So I think I need to show my screen. Yeah, okay, so my screen is here, so let me just move this a little bit, so don't mind the stuff that is waggling. Okay, so we can see this is just a simple Flutter application. Nothing has been implemented yet. So as I said, we'll be creating two things in this video. The first thing we are going to be creating is I'm going to show you how to generate a QR code from any text of your choice, whatever you want to include in that QR code, whether a link, an address, a name, whatever, you can generate it in that QR code. And secondly, I'm going to show us how to scan a QR code and display the data right here in our Flutter application. So to get this stuff up and running immediately, what I'm going to do, I like clearing all the stuff. Okay, so I think I might just remove all of this. Yep, and then we can start with a stateful widget and call this one my app. Yeah, so yeah, that's it. So we have the scaffold here. This stuff that you guys are already familiar with, so there's no need to be explaining much of it. And I will call it, just give it a test. Okay, and we can save that to see the effect. Okay, issues somewhere, so I'll just do a hot restart here to fix that. Okay, I think something is missing. There is no material app, right? Yeah, there is no material app. Oh, I think I'm missing out something, so I'll just call this one app. Okay, then create another stateless widget. Home, so the home is gonna be my app, like so. Okay, guess we are good. Can make this a const widget. Yeah, okay, so I'll do a hot restart now to get this stuff fixed. Alright, so we can hot restart again. You can see the error is gone. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a simple test feed here. Okay, so once any text we type inside that test feed, automatically to be added to this it will be added to the barcode widget. It will be added to the barcode. So I want to generate any text we type, either a name or a link, automatically the barcode is going to get it. okay, that is you want to integrate a test of any type inside the barcode. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just, okay, let me just wrap this stuff with a course, okay, a column, and we can have test. Yeah, so this is the barcode, so let me just give it some padding. Okay, let me just give it some padding around and in between. All right, okay, so this is school, and if you click, we can type in any text. But for this test to actually be, like, for us to be able to retrieve this test, we need to add a controller. I hope you are aware of that already. Test editing controller that helps us to retrieve text from feed. So I will call this one controller, and just initialize it here. Test editing controller, like so. So I can pass the controller here also, and yeah, so that's it. And then the barcode widget need to go here. Yeah, the QR code, sorry, not barcode. QR code widget needs to go in here. All right, so we're going to create it here. Yeah, like so. But before we can do that, we need to add the dependency, because if you look at my prospect.yml file now, I don't have that dependency. I don't have any dependency, just, yeah, you can see just the Cupertino icon. So I need to add a Flutter, what's it called again? I think it's barcode widget. Yeah, so I'm going to add it, Flutter. You can search it on pub.dev to get it, but I like using terminal to add my own. So just use Flutter pub add, yeah, so it's called barcode widget. Don't mind the name, is barcode widget, but you can still use it for QR code. Okay, if you look here now, you can see we have the barcode widget added already. All right, so just wait for pub get to complete. Remember, initially I told you guys that I like running this stuff twice, so you can run it again. Yeah, okay. All right, great. So I can close this now. I'll be needing it later, but let me just close it for now. So to add the QR code widget that we are going to, like, once you make anything, automatically it will generate it for us. But in my own way, I can decide to create a button. Once you click on the button, it will automatically show the barcode widget, but I don't want to do that. So what I will do, I will use test form field has on change property. So it has on change property, so I can just check if the value, if it's empty. So what I'm just going to do is just to set state and set the controller test, which is the test controller, to an empty string. Okay, yeah, then if it's not empty, we can now add the value to it. So just set state and add the controller. So whatever we type inside this test form field will automatically be added to the controller, and the controller will now generate the QR code for us, like the data. Okay, so I believe you understand this. On change, whenever this test changes, automatically add it to this controller. Okay, and we have already passed the controller here also. So what I'm going to do here now is just to add a barcode widget. Okay, so I will say barcode widget. Remember, it's coming from the barcode widget we added. Then it requires a data. So this data can be anything. Import this, I think. Should I? Yeah, I need to import that. Send this data, it's a string. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you can add an object if you want, but you can't take an object, remember that. So what you have to do is to decode it, json.decode to object. Then whenever you want to read it, you can do JSON encode and get the data. That's just the trick, one of the trick I used. But since I'm not working with objects, I'm just working with the controller. Remember, is a string. Okay, so I'm just going to pass the controller here. Okay, something is wrong. Okay, controller.test, sorry. Yep, like so. And I can use the trim to remove any white space before and after it. Then the barcode is actually the type. Okay, the type of we can say barcode. Yeah, I think is barcode dot Qr code. Okay, you can still use the Qr code. That's what we are working with, and I think that is good. Okay, so that's it. If I save it now, you see automatically the Qr code is going to display here, I believe. Yeah, you saw that. Then I can give it some size box with a height of 30. So I just want to bring it down a little bit. Okay, so you can see the Qr code right now. Watch, if I start typing, this stuff will be changing because the text now is now generating, like it's changing it one after the other. So you just see, you can see it's changing because it's actually generating this text inside. To be sure of what we are printing, let me do something like printing out the value, which is what we are typing. So go to console. So just watch. As soon as I'm typing, you'll be printing out the text, and this stuff will automatically be generating based on this. Remember, I passed the data to the controller.text and I called set state. So whenever this stuff changes, it automatically be adding it, generating the barcode for us. So we can maybe create a button to save these, or maybe screenshot it and then paste it somewhere else, or send it to your friends or whosoever you want to send it to. So let me say I want to use, okay, something is wrong here. So let me say I type HTTP. Okay, something is wrong. Let me do a hot restart. I think it's like reversing the text. Yeah, it's actually reversing the text, and I don't know why. So let's try that again. You can see it's actually reversing the text, which is not good. It's reversing the text, which is not good. So let's see if it's something we can fix. Okay, controller. So in this sense, since it's reversing the text, I don't think it's necessary to use controller. Yeah, I guess. So what I'll do, I'll just create a local variable. So I'll call this one my own controller, okay, like a string variable. Okay, so while adding it, I'll just add it directly. So this time around, I'm not using controller anymore. You can use controller if you want to use a button. Okay, so after typing, you click the button, then you pass the controller. But since we are not using any button, we are automatically setting the state once the data changes. I don't think there's any need using controller. So here now, yeah, save it. So you can see I've removed the controller. So the data now will be stored inside this local variable. Alright, so let's try that again. You can see, let's type hello to see if it's okay. So now it's okay. So you can see the value is also printing out here. So let's say we want to use Google, http www.google.com. Alright, so just have this in mind that if you scan this barcode now, automatically you will get this text google.com. Yeah, when you scan it, that will be the response, the result. Use any QR code scanner that will definitely be the result. But I'm going to show us this later on. But before that, let's go over to printing out the QR code. Okay, so let's see how. Now, so far you've seen how to create a QR code yourself, how to generate it. This stuff has been generated already, so you just have to scan this barcode now to actually retrieve the text or whatever text you put in there. You can screenshot this or look for a way to save it in your local device, like save QR code, send it to any of your friends, and if they scan it, automatically you will get the text that it's stored inside. Alright, so far we have seen how to generate a QR code. So let's move further to see how we can scan this QR code and retrieve the data. We can basically scan any QR code. This method I'm going to show you now. So to get started, what I'll do, okay, sorry for that. So to get started, I'll create a button. So that button is going to be a floating action button. And yeah, like so. So on pressed, So basically once we press this, it's going to call a function, and then the label, what label is this? Okay, it's a test widget, so I can just say scan QR code like so. So we can make this stuff constant. Okay, save it and you see our icon. Yeah, scan QR code. Right now it's not doing anything. So what will happen whenever we scan it, whenever we click on it, it's going to automatically it will take us to a page where we can scan. After scanning, then it will now print out the response here. Okay, so I want to print out the response of the test here. But before I do that, I need to create a local variable. I'm going to create a local variable here. So this is going to be Qr Code response. That is, after scanning it, that will be the response. And I'll set it to an empty string for now. Okay, and then down here, put a size box here. So down here, oops. So we can just make this stuff 50, just a space. So down here, this is where I'm going to show the test. So the test basically is just going to be that QR code response. Okay, yeah, like so. I know for now we can't see it, but if I just do it this way, we can see it. Yeah, the response is going to show here, so just have that in mind. So for now, the reason why we can't see it is because this QR code response is empty. It's an empty string, so we can't see anything for now. So let's go back to creating the function. So I'll just call scan code. This is going to be the function name. So I'll just generate it. Okay, I can decide to write the whole code here, but I don't want to do that. So let me just create a different function entirely, a method actually. So here is going to be an async because it's something that we are going to wait for, okay, to come. But right now we can scan that code because we need another dependency. This one I added here is only for generating QR code, okay? It's only for generating, yeah. This one is only for generating QR code. And then I'm going to add another one. That one will enable us to scan QR code, okay? So that one is actually Flutter barcode scanner, okay? Don't mind the name barcode, you know, it has support for barcode and QR code, so don't be confused when you see barcode. All right, so I'm going to add that real quick. So I'll still use the same method I used initially, but now I'm going to use Flutter barcode scanner. Yeah, so just wait for it, give it some few minutes for it to load and download all the necessary dependencies. Now you can see it has been added, Flutter barcode scanner. So we are actually in the latest version. So everything is in good condition. So right now I also need to run the pub.get the second time. Yeah. Okay, so we are good, and you can see we have the two dependencies. So this one is for scanning QR code or barcode. Scanning QR code or barcode. Okay. The method I'm going to show you here, you can still use it for barcode. It's still going to work, so don't be afraid of that. So let's go back. So now, right now, remember, it's an asynchronous function we are calling, okay? Scan barcode. But I think this scan barcode is more like a plugin. I don't know. If it's a plugin, that means we are going. I don't know if it's a plugin. But if it's a plugin, okay, I think it's a plugin. So that means we are going to kill this app and then rebuild it again for everything to function properly. So I'm going to kill it and then just give it some free moments to build again. All right, it's a plugin, not a package. The first one was a package. That's why I didn't restart the app. So this one is actually a plugin. So I need to kill it so that we will not get this platform exception error, okay, while trying to use it. So just give it some time. So right now you can see the button we have not integrated anything yet. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to write the function now. So the function is just going to be simple, just basically 3 to 4 lines of code, yeah, or 3 lines, I guess, or 4 lines, but I don't know. But remember, this response actually returns a string. Yeah, the response is always a string. That's why I said if you want to store an object, you can use JSON.decode to store it to an object, and then while reading it, you use JSON.encode, okay, to encode it. No, JSON.encode to convert it to a string, then JSON.decode to convert it back to the object, okay. but since we are not using any object, it's just a normal string, so I save the string on inside this, and now I want to retrieve that same string again. So what I'll do, I just use the string, and I will have to await this. Then now I can call the Flutter barcode scanner. So Flutter, yeah, barcode scanner, and it has dot scan code. Okay, dot scan code, and something is going on here. The first one is a line color, which is more like a hash code, yeah, and the cancel button test. So at the end of everything, what do you want the cancel button to be? Maybe you don't want to take the you don't want to scan again, so the test that will be there. Then it's flash icon. So if you want to show flash icon so that users can click on flash to scan, maybe if the place is not too bright. And then the scan mode, it can be QR code or barcode. So let's start with the first one, which is actually the line. So I'm going to break this stuff. Okay, so the line color, remember I say it's more like hairs, so it's to start. Let's see if it's going to be, I don't know this color, but let's see which color, FF6666. Okay, you want to try that. And then the cancel button, you can just say cancel, and it's flash on. This is actually a boolean value, so it can be true. So I'll just set it to true because I want flash to be on. Then the scan mode is just going to be scan mode dot default dot barcode dot qr. So I just go with qr because we are working with QR code here. So what I will do now, and once the response has been received, I can print it out for you to see, and then I will set state to add it to this variable here, which is this QR code response, so that we can display it here. Remember, we created the test initially, so I will now set it this way, equal to response. Right, so that's it, and you can save this, do a hot restart. Yeah, that's it. So let's go back to clicking on the button. So I'm going to click on this button. You can see it's going to open. So allow QR code app to allow QR code, yeah, just allow the permission. So you can see that color is actually a red color. Okay, this line color here is actually a red one, so you might want to change it to white. I don't know what white is, but let's see if FFFF will work. Now you can see the cancel button located here. You can change the text if you want. Cancel it to go back. So scan code, you can see that color is actually white. I've changed it now to white, so you can change it to any color you want. Then you can see the flash. If you click here, it's going to show the flash, right? Yeah, that's cool. And you can see the this button. Yeah, let's go back. You can see this button here, which we actually, if you want front mode or yeah, back mode, so whichever one. So this is just how the barcode scanner works. So now we need to scan a barcode to be sure that this stuff is working. But before that, let's cancel it first. Now I don't have any barcode to scan, right? Yeah, I don't have any barcode to scan. My visor is disconnecting. Just wait for me to connect again. Okay, so I don't have any barcode to scan, but let me see if I can screenshot this stuff. Yeah, I want to screenshot my code now, you see. So basically I want to get https, yeah, dot google.com, okay, and then we'll add hello here. So let's see if this stuff is going to give us this very test that we have. So I'm going to screenshot it. All right, I just did. So I'm going to go files and to locate this stuff, okay, the one that I just screenshotted. Now I can go to Google to just search for any QR code, but I want to work with this our own, like the one we created. So just wait for the files to open. This. Okay, so I have this. This is not too clear, but I just hope. Okay. So I'll zoom it a little bit down. All right, so let's try this. Where's my app? My visor needs to be somewhere, so I'll move it a little bit this way so that we can actually see what is happening. So this is actually this is a screenshot, and this is my emulator. So I'm going to click on scan code. Okay, so let's see if it scans. Oops, breaking. All right, you can see the code actually scanned. Yeah, but I got some errors. Like when I rotate it, it actually, so you can fix that by using maybe a, you can fix that by using what is it called, a list view, so that it will not break whenever you rotate. So I'm going to restart this again. Let me go back to my code. I'm going to restart it again and do the same thing. So let me just restart it from scratch. Okay, we started the app. All right, so now you can see the test is no more there. So let's move this stuff a little bit away. You can see there's no test here, so I'm going to scan this one that we just imputed. So scan, and let's go, and bim, that's it. So look here now, you can see have http google.com.hello. Whenever you see -1, that means you really didn't scan anything. Let's say I go here now and click on back, it will show -1. That means I didn't scan anything, that it didn't receive any data. So you can use that to make some if statement. If the response is equal to -1, you do your stuff. But when you scan and it captures it, it displays the test for us. Okay, so that's what I want to show you guys, how to scan, how to generate a QR code, and also how to scan a QR code. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. So that's just it. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you have any question, anything that you think I didn't do well, please put it down in the comment section below, and please anticipate my next video, which will be on AWS and this QR code. So we'll be building something that will shake the world. Okay, so that's just it. Thank you so much guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, and put whatever you have, your suggestion, in the comment section below. I will see you in the next